Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents. We're going to take a couple of minutes here. We got a video that we just did. And while this video is playing, I'm going to be looking for a phone call that I recorded this morning between myself and another gentleman. The information was important to you all, and I was going to put that up today. But as I was trying to save the recording, it actually deleted it. So now I have to try to recover the program on my cell phone in order to be able to put the program, the call, on the internet so you guys can hear, because it deals specifically with the minor account. Now, just a little note on the minor account. Ladies and gentlemen, what most of you don't know, and that's what that call talks about, is that before you can do your Treasury Direct account, you have to gain control of your number one security, the birth certificate. You have to have an affidavit that says that you're the owner. Okay? But because that's a sitcom issue, I can't explain to you in detail how you would go about doing that, because those are services that SATCOM and sitcom provides. Alright, we got some issues we're dealing with. I would have put this video up, but you see the first 4 minutes and 41 seconds is the individual's personal information. And this is from my Google Voice. These are phone numbers. You know, sometimes they don't have any names, but I can see people calling those numbers just to be doing it because they on that Round West juice, that liquefied crack, and y'all shouldn't be sipping that stuff. That ain't right. That ain't right. It ain't right. Stay away from that junk. All right, here's the call to OCWEN. Notice the conversation. Now, at first, he's asking for the zip code. I gave him the zip code. Now, the idiot, he was an idiot, is going to ask me for the last 4 numbers of the zip code. Excuse me? I ain't got time for no games like that, mother... Sorry. I tried to keep my cool. Do I lose it? Do I keep my composure? You'll just have to listen up and see. Got the volume turned up. You see that volume all the way up. Here we go.
Okay, and the zip code has been updated from the 5-digit zip code to the 5-digit dash 4-digit zip code. Do you have the last 4 digits?
No, we're not going to play that game.
I'm not playing games with you,
sir.
Mr. Jones.
Sir.
Okay, how can I help today, sir?
Thank you. We asked for a debt validation. You claim to be a debt collector, but you're proceeding with debt collection activities without validating that debt. Why haven't we received our debt validation?
Did you request for a verification of mortgage?
No, I requested a validation of debt, not a verification. You see, the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act permits for validation and verification.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I see that you were working with one of our escalation managers.
You better believe
Is this the same issue?
Oh, no. See, right now we're finding that there is a principal balance of $694,000 and an interest balance of $555,000. Impossible. Impossible for the interest to be 90% of the value of a note. 90% interest?
Is this a different issue? Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir. Go ahead.
No. $555,000 on a $694,000 loan? Impossible. But we received a payoff statement, and that is a payoff quote. And it's from OCWEN, Loan Servicing LLC. And it shows that this amount totals the total payoff of $1,400,000. We're going to consider this to be a debt validation, and we're now going to be challenging this validated debt.
Okay, is this the same issue that you have discussed with the escalation manager before, or is this a different issue?
Sir, we just received this. No, we have not talked to the escalations department, and we have not. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why he wants to know if it's the same issue so that he could transfer me, because he can't answer my question. Yeah, see, what happens is they're charging $400,000 in interest. $400,000 in interest on a $690,000 loan. $400,000 in interest. Sorry, that was the Velcro for my cell phone being attached to my desktop. See? Attached to the desktop. All right, let's finish the conversation because eventually we're going to get to speak to somebody in management. By the way, you guys didn't hear the recording that all calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes. Please stay on the line. You didn't hear that part. So, our calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance purposes, and we need you to stay on the line. Hold on, please.
Not heard back from the Escalations department. As a matter of fact, I misplaced their number. I'll get that from you in a moment.
Okay, you can call the same customer care department number for that and just be transferred to the Escalation department.
All right, but right now the $1,413,995,000 that is claimed due on a $694,000 loan. Impossible.
So you're disputing the payoff code that you received, is that correct?
No, not disputing it. We're disputing the entire debt. You see,
Okay, do you mind if I put you on hold?
$555,000 in interest? Impossible. So we're calling into question the accounting of OCWEN and how it does its accounting. It's actually illegal to be sending unverified information in the mail. You guys are sending fraudulent information in the mail saying that this is validation, that this information is accurate. This is a payoff statement showing that you guys have verified that this is the amount that's owing and due.
Impossible. Make sure.
$555,000 in interest?
Yeah, that's too much.
Okay, let me just check that for you, sir. Do you mind if I put you on hold for a couple of minutes?
No, I don't mind.
Okay, thank you. Please stay on the line, sir.
Yeah, I'll stay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while he has me staying on the line, I want to talk to y'all for a minute. You see, we are checking them. Why? Because they've been getting away with a lot of BS. Okay? Bull crap. I know crap starts with a C, but it's like the wine rest juice. You can make up words for it. Okay? So, they've been getting away with a lot of bull crap. And so, we are letting them know. Now, what happened is, a week later, they called the homeowner and told her the sale date was scheduled for June 15th. Can't do that. That's illegal. Okay? Can't do that. That's illegal. So, we're going to get their attention. That's me holding on. I keep holding on. I keep holding on. Holding on. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sorry. This is just the type of day I'm having. So, let's see if he's going to be back anytime soon. No. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Let's go to him. We ain't gotta wait for him to come to us. We got a pre-recorded call. Tick tock. That's me on the computer.
Okay, thank you very much for waiting, Mr. Jones. Yes.
Hold on, Patra, hold on for a second. Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No worries. I tried to I pulled up a copy of the payoff letter that you received from us. And yes, I understand you're concerned the $559,948.29 in interest. I was trying to check how much interest you pay every month or how much interest should be paid every month for this account.
8.42% is the interest that the actual statement says throughout. 8.42%. This is 80%. 555,000 is 80%.
Yes, I was not able to pull up that information since we have not received a payment for this account, Mr. Jones.
Well, here's the problem. You can't receive a payment for the account until you validate this debt. And $555,000? Impossible. You see what the principle is. There is no way in the world the interest rate could be $555,000 worth on a $700,000 loan. Impossible. So we now need you all to validate this debt as we've demanded from the beginning. OCWEN, you guys have been in a lot of trouble as of late. You know that you cannot even, in several states, you cannot even issue any new servicing on any new contracts until you show your finances? Well, we demand that you validate this debt. OCWEN, I'm not speaking to you directly, sir. I'm speaking to you as a corporation. I'm tired of OCWEN and other companies thinking that they could do stuff like this. $555,000. Transfer me to the escalation department. We need to escalate this.
Escalate!
Thank you. If you can just hold on. Let me try to get an escalation manager on the line for you.
Yep.
Stupid mother. He's gonna escalate me. Escalator! Escalator! I don't know of an escalator song. Maybe we can just hum the music. As everybody goes up the escalation department. We're headed up to the escalation department. What floor is that, sir? Oh, we don't worry about a floor. This is the escalator. We don't have to push buttons. Sir, I push buttons.
Hello?
What? Uh-oh. Hello? 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 Nobody's there, y'all. Should we escalate it? Should we go fast forward? That's somebody calling me on my cell phone.
Ability to print payment history. View credit www.ach payments using your...
I've informed him about your concern. He'll be assisting with the call.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Thank you very much for calling. You have a great
Thank
day,
you.
sir.
Bye-bye.
This is Mr. Brett Jones. Have a
Bye-bye.
great
Thank
day.
you.
You too.
You're welcome.
Mr. Jones, my name is Sharik. I'm an escalation manager, agent ID 102924. And before I begin, I wanted to advise you, you have the right to submit a written notice of error or request for information to our research department.
Really?
In addition
Like we've
to
already
the-
done? And you guys never responded? Take a look at the notes. Research was supposed to
apologize.
get back with us over a month ago. Haven't heard from research. That's why I asked them to transfer me. Because we have heard nothing. Been very patient.
So what is the dispute, basically? Can you please tell me?
Oh, we asked for validation of debt. We're disputing the entire debt. You know, the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act permits us to dispute the debt. We disputed it. We've asked for debt validation, not verification. We don't need a verification. We don't need you guys to verify anything. We need you to validate the debt. Fair Debt Collections Practices Act acknowledges validation. You guys haven't validated anything. Check your records. We've checked them, and your records don't agree with ours. So we need you to validate. Oh, by the way,
So what is
while
the
you're
dispute,
doing that,
basically?
could you please explain to me how on a $700,000 loan, $694,000 is what you're claiming the principal is, how there could be $555,000 in interest at an 8.42% interest rate? We asked for validation, and you guys sent us this payoff statement, so apparently you're telling us this is an account that's been validated. $555,000 in interest. 80% interest. That is interesting. And you've been claiming this for quite some time now.
Pardon the pun.
There's this thing called truth in lending. Apparently, you guys are violating that act as well.
Stop violating.
But Mr. Jones, the account status shows as 114 payments past due.
Sir,
Doesn't matter.
I don't care what the status of the account says. I asked for validation. I'm not talking about account status. I'm talking about $555,000 in interest
555.
on a $700,000 loan.
$700,000.
Please justify your racketeering extortion
Justification.
You do understand
You crooks.
that that's illegal.
Illegal. Come on. Speak up.
$555,000.
Okay,
You do understand that that's illegal. That's called loan sharking. It's
Loan
illegal
sharking?
in the United States.
Illegal.
$555,000.
$555.
If that's
Speak up.
because the account is 111 payments past due and the
It
payments
could
have
be
not been made.
85 billion
accrued.
payments past due. $555,000 in interest is illegal.
Illegal.
Why it's illegal? Can you please tell me?
That's called loan sharking. It's illegal. Oh, by the way, since you haven't validated the debt, you know that you cannot accrue any more debt on this loan until you validate it? Did you know you cannot proceed with any more debt practices or procedures until it's validated? You guys are still proceeding with debt collection. You're still collecting interest, counting interest. You're not allowed to do that. It's illegal. All debt collection and accounting practices must cease until you validate the loan, because until you validate it,
Validation.
it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
You can't proceed. You guys have been proceeding. You
You're
need to
proceeding.
stop.
What's up?
This is a validation issue. You haven't validated the loan.
Validation.
Okay, can you please tell me where did you send this request and when did you send it?
You don't have the notes?
Wait a minute. He didn't answer my question. Y'all see that idiot didn't answer my question, but you see what I say? I said, hey, look at you, but you didn't answer my question. You don't have the notes? Why are you asking me a question for notes you have already right there in front of you? What the wrong with you? Who you think you playing, fool? You trying to avoid my question. I'm used to fools like you. That's what he's doing, y'all. So I want y'all to be prepared for people doing that too. He didn't answer my question. He asked a question. You don't get to play that game. Watch this.
You guys received it. That's how it went to escalation in the first place. You do see that there's been an escalation officer assigned to this. So I'm telling you, you need to check your own computer. And you need to check the fact that we wouldn't be an escalation, there'd be an escalation manager assigned to this matter if we hadn't already done it, because they had a certain amount of period to respond, which was 60 days. We're well past the 60 days.
Let me just check the notes. May I please place you on hold?
Go right ahead.
He gonna place me on hold, and he's
Thank
gonna
you.
go right ahead. I don't know how you right ahead, but he gonna go right one. So I told him to go right ahead. So I think he's just gonna write H-E-A-D or A-H-E-A-D, because I told him to go right ahead. Uh-oh, phone ringing.
Young lady, I gotta call you back because I'm on the phone. I'm on the computer doing the video, and I don't want people knowing who you is. This my mistress, y'all. Okay? All right, I'll call you right back.
Now, according to my computer, y'all could hear that. Uh-oh, y'all wasn't supposed to hear that. Oh my goodness. Shanae.
Ombudsman Department has already...
Hold on. He's gonna pass the buck.
So much for holding the line, Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, I did check our record, sir. Now, the Office of Ombudsman Department has already responded to your concern about the debt validation.
They didn't provide us the validation. That means they did not respond. Do you understand the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act requires you to validate the debt? So look at the response and see if they validate it.
Yes, so let
just
me
because
just
you
tell
say you validated it is not the same as validation, which means the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act has not been complied with. It's okay that we play the little stupid games that companies have played for so many years, but not with my company. because we don't play that. The actual statute requires you to validate the debt. You have not validated the debt. We gave you certain items that you were to comply with. You have not done that. Again, OCWEN has been in a lot of trouble lately. They cannot even handle any more servicing of any more new contracts in over 7 different states. Why? Because of practices like that. Again, no. We sent you a response saying that that was unacceptable. Unacceptable. Because you did not respond to our dispute demand. Now, you do realize your letter that you were collecting a debt is the letter that actually says that we can demand that you validate the debt. You haven't done that. We demand you validate this debt. I'll give you 15 more days. So glad we're talking to the Escalations Department. I do not wish to talk to American Servicing Corporation because they're a whole lot worse to deal with than OCWEN. But OCWEN, you got too many legal problems. Oh, by the way, we also sent you a notification that we need a copy of the National Housing Act requirement that you provide a letter from the director showing that you have a right to even begin foreclosure proceedings. We haven't received that communication. I'm sure you are aware of the letter that you are required to have with any government insured loan. There's a government guaranteed loan through the National Housing Act, enacted in 1934. Says that you must have a letter from the secretary of the NHA before you can start any foreclosure proceedings. You guys have documented right here that you've started foreclosure proceedings. See, foreclosure costs. Looking right here on page 1 of 8. Foreclosure costs. You guys have violated the law. Federal law. So, OCWEN, I need you to validate this debt and I need you to provide that letter. If you don't have the letter, and we know that you don't, if you don't have the letter, then we will have to pursue legal action against you for acting on behalf of the government without authorization. Do you know that it is against the law to impersonate a government agent or agency? Without having that letter, you cannot represent the NHA in foreclosure proceedings. You guys are proceeding with foreclosure proceedings, pretending to represent the NHA. You don't have the authorization. Impersonating a federal agent or agency is a felony. So, you're in the Escalations Department. I'm letting you know what this is about to become. We asked for validation, we haven't received it. We'll give you one final opportunity. I'm not going to argue with anybody at OCWEN. I'm not going to play the little runaround games. I indicated that to you when you asked me about the little last 4 digits of some stupid zip code, especially when the law makes it quite clear that zip codes are not necessary. And I don't care about your validation procedures. Those are your procedures. Our procedure is we asked you for validation and you failed to give it to us. OCWEN, I'm going to give you one final opportunity. These calls are monitored and recorded for quality.
Give the man a chance to talk.
God, not giving the man a chance to talk. Y'all see that? Not that man ain't had a chance to talk in the last 10 minutes. What the? Hold on. We gonna give him a chance to talk. Hold on. Ask him a question this time. The assurance purposes, are they not?
They are.
Okay. So, I'm mentioning all of this to you because notice can be given verbal or in writing. You just received verbal notification that your offer was not accepted. We asked for validation. That means all of the financials in this account. We don't want an account history. We don't want account statements. Nobody needs an account history here in this situation. Nobody needs an account statement. We want all of the accountings. Your records here document that there is a satisfaction cost. We want a copy of the satisfaction of mortgage. All of them associated with this account. You are the custodian of record. We're demanding you provide that. You've already received notification from us requiring this information. If you do not provide that in 7 days, then I promise you, the wonderful suit that we'll pursue won't be for any monetary damages. It'll just be for a judgment. And then we'll put a lien on whatever properties we can find with OCWEN, whether it be your corporate office or whatever. If you don't believe that this is possible, let your legal department listen to this so-called message. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what I told him? I told him I was going to give him some time. Because, you know, everybody needs time. Everybody needs just a little bit of time. I'm going to give him a little bit of time. But I got some other issues to take care of, so we're going to let this video finish. I am not going to play with OCWEN. I don't care how big you think you are. But I will go after judgment. Once I get the judgment, then I will go after foreclosing on OCWEN. I will do the same thing to you that you've been doing to everyone else. And the unique thing about it, you guys have documented everything for us, especially with $555,000 worth of interest. That is the most interesting thing in the world. Pardon the fun. That right there is the icing on the cake. And OCWEN did all of this. These are the very same practices for which OCWEN has been held in trouble in over 7 different states. Ladies and gentlemen, you notice I'm not really speaking to him, I'm just making statements. Because I need to document that. So I want to thank you for the time, but if you please, we need that validation, and we need it within the next 7 calendar days, not business days, calendar days. We've given you enough time to respond to our letter, to respond to our requests. And by the way, we're going to demand that you cease and desist any and all debt collection activities until you provide that validation. You have a good day, sir.
Mr. Jones?
Sir, you have a good day. There's nothing else to say. We need that information provided. You have the way of communicating with us, that information. You have a good day. Oops! Ladies and gentlemen,
Oops,
that was me talking with OCWEN. OCWEN!
I just hung up on that man!
The conversation you heard me have with him, I would go back over, listen to that conversation.
Wait, hold on, Eon, that wasn't no conversation. You didn't give them any time to talk.
Look, I didn't give them an opportunity to talk. Y'all can't do that to them, okay? That's not right. That's not right. Y'all don't want to do that. Hold on, Eon, talk again. Listen to it again, and then listen to it again, so that you'll see how you need to respond. You don't need to respond with the aggressiveness that I respond to them in. See, I told you didn't have to respond like he was responding. This is me letting OCWEN know, because see, he's Escalations. He said he was a manager. Escalations! Escalations! Sorry. They normally talk to you all as if they're in control. Do you notice how I would not allow either of the 2 agents to have control?
Control! That's what I want to do. Control! Oh, I'm sorry. That was Janet Jackson, not Eon.
You can't do that, because it'll come across from you as if it's you being aggressive, demanding, and being unreasonable.
You know, I came across the stream the other day, and you know what it kept doing? It just kept streaming along as if it was downloading junk from the internet.
Whereas when I did it, I was very particular about how I did it, what words I used, and the way I used the words. So
he said when he did it. See, he admitted he did it. He admitted it. He said he did it. Case closed.
Could not be misconstrued. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, thank you for letting me provide you this conversation with OCWEN, a loan servicer who does a lot of corrupt things. Have a good day.
Have a good day.